Analyzing the outcome of the elections, the people have sent a significant message to the world and our community. And based on this message, we have decided, the four political parties, being the Democratic Party, the PFP, the SAM, and the URSM, for us to respect the wish and the mandate of the people as a consequence of the election that took place on the 19th of August. And respecting the mandate, the message that have been sent to all of us, we decided that this will be the best coalition formation that will represent the majority sentiment of the voters and the community of St. Martin. For that reason, we are going to sign today a letter of intent that we are willing to form a coalition with each other, and it's going to be, as I said, the Democratic Party, the PFP, the SAM, and the URSM. This is the beginning. Of course, we're going to have our governing accord to be signed, and afterward, of course, our governing program. But this will be the first step that's going to lead to the second step, and then ending in our governing program that will be presented on a short term also once we are in government. For that, this is the symbolic moment or not. It is not a symbolic, it's a reality that we're going to sign today with these three coalition partners. We're going to sign our intention declaration that we are going to form, the four of us, a coalition government to govern this country with stability for the coming 4 years for country St. Martin. And also considering the stability factor that the people of St. Martin would like to see in this democratic country, we decided that we're going to present a coalition that is going to consist of 9 members of parliament carrying a government for the coming 4 years for country St. Martin. And for that, I would like to, before we sign, give the word to all my individual coalition partners, for them to have the opportunity also to say something to the people of St. Martin.
I also want to say a word of thanks and gratitude to a growing wave of sentiments on St. Martin that is speaking out against some of the shenanigans that we saw taking place during the campaign. Many persons, and that is the growing wave that I speak of, are saying enough is enough. And the things that we as a people consider unacceptable, that growing wave is speaking out against these things. Enough is enough. The people of St. Martin have spoken. They have spoken in a democratic way and elected their representatives. So thank you for that as well. We sit here again, not too long after signing a letter of intent, a letter of agreement not too long ago, but now with a hope that the government to be formed will indeed last its full term of 4 years, God's willing. And I do so also with the realization that we are committed, and I am very much committed to pursuing this sometimes elusive matter of electoral reform. Speedily, hastily, some of these issues need to be addressed right now, such as the screening process for one, such as the issue of independent declarations of members of parliament and the effect on a government. These are matters that we need to really post-hastily deal with, and we are committed to do that. You will find it back in the governing accord when that is drafted. And so there's several other issues that all of us here believe that we need to tackle as soon as possible. You would see those reflected in the governing accord as well issues that we called, and which we called in the previous one, hot button issues. These are issues that we are all committed to pick up and pick them up quickly. I am confident once again that what we'll be signing this afternoon, this letter of intent, is the beginning of a process in which the people of St. Martin will quickly realize that their vote was not in vain, because these parties and the people behind us are committed to serve the people of St. Martin in a serious and dedicated way. To those persons who voted for the Democratic Party of St. Martin, I say thank you. Thank all of you for giving us the mandate that put us at this table here this afternoon. Thank you to all voters of all the political parties. Thank you for exercising your right. And again, I am convinced that the 4 party leaders sitting here are going to leave no stone unturned to live up to the commitments that we made during the campaign to the people of St. Martin.
And a heartfelt thank you for going out and exercising your democratic right. We fully understood that the frustrations felt with what happened in May of this year, so soon after this government taking place, would have perhaps kept people from the polls, but I am happy to see that along with the growing wave mentioned by MP Westcott, a disregard as well and a distaste for the shenanigans that have caused the falls of multiple governments over these last 14 years is now starting to grow. And I hope to see it continue as the people have chosen for integrity, for ethical decision making, and for persons willing to hold accountability in the highest regard and move forward for the betterment of St. Martin. I join as well MP Westcott, who kind of outlined everything that, as per usual, that we are looking to address as a government in looking forward to electoral reform that is not necessarily big swings, but the little changes that go a long way to combating what I would call human nature. Because at the end of the day, you cannot legislate character, as I've always said, and we have to find ways to at least mitigate what character can do. With that being said, I also want to personally thank all the voters that cast their vote for the Party for Progress and have chosen again for that particular golden wave to continue to rise and grow in the political arena of St. Martin. And I welcome aboard as well MP-elect Franklin Myers, and I look forward to working with him and his experience and his knowledge as we move forward to try to pull St. Martin out of where we're at. Thank you again, and thank you, Prime Minister, for the time.
It is a pleasure for me to be here today. This is a dream come to reality. We started on this mission just 6 weeks ago. 7 weeks ago, we were going about our normal lives. And we did not anticipate that we will be faced with an election that quick. So we gathered whatever resources that we had, we put them together, and myself along with 11 other members of my political party went out and we sold a message. And the message was electoral reform is needed, not because it is popular, but because it is something that St. Martin must have. We cannot continue, and we could not continue to govern where the order of the day was individualism and not the collective benefits of the people of St. Martin. Having said that, I would like to thank all of those who came out and exercised their democratic right and vote for whatever political party that is represented here today or is not represented here today, and in particular those 1,249 persons who put their support in the Sualiga Action Movement. St. Martin has always shown that in our darkest days, we rise to the occasion. We are definitely in our darkest days, and now it's time for us to rise to the occasion. I believe with all sitting at this desk and all of the ministers that are behind the operation of this and all of the other members that will be appointed and sworn into Parliament, I believe we will rise to the occasion and put St. Martin back on track. I firmly believe that the best days for St. Martin is not behind us, but in front of us. Let's work towards that.
Are you SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your My SXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXV, yeah, your social health insurances.
St. Martin, listen up. The Civil Registry Department has taken 7 services online. That's right, you can now request a family tree, local address change, migration deregistration, a registration form, requests for existing certificates, transfer your driver's license, and a driver's license declaration, all online. Go to services.stmartingov.org/civil registry and easily complete a request form for the service that you need. You can also pay for the services online using a major credit card or debit card and receive certain final products digitally as well. No traffic jams, no waiting in lines. And if you're on island or off, you now have full digital access to 7 civil registry services at services.stmartingov.org/civil registry. That's services.stmartingov.org/civil registry. For more information, call 542-0652. Now go online and request your service form today.
Hello and welcome to the highlights of the CBCS 2024. This is our 2nd edition, walking you through the key achievements of the CBCS in the 2nd quarter of 2024. From financial stability to Caribbean Gilder, a lot has been going on. So let's jump right to it. On financial stability, we presented our annual financial stability report on May 15. In the report, we highlighted 2 key messages. 1, the CBCS is now using new and innovative tools to detect risks at financial institutions. And 2, we warned against the continued risks of cyber attacks on financial institutions, and we asked for vigilance by them. We continued our work on financial stability by presenting the 2024 benchmark reports for each commercial bank. In the benchmark reports, the bank's performance on a range of financial stability indicators is analyzed and mapped against the performance of other commercial banks during 2023. The reports can be used as an objective tool for banks to gauge their performance. The insights aim to inspire banks to keep improving their scores on the FSIs and act where needed. With respect to supervision, in the 2nd quarter we continued our efforts to strengthen our AML-CFT framework, combating anti-money laundering and the financing of terrorism. On April 18th, the CBCS, in collaboration with the local Financial Intelligence Unit, FIU, the law enforcement agencies and Compliance and Forensic Caribbean has taken the initiative to organize a training session aimed at providing the sector of microlenders, the pawn shops and coupon credit providers with practical information and guidance on developments in AML. Also on May 10th, the CBCS, Gaming Control Board and FIU formalized their collaboration by entering into a multilateral memorandum of understanding. In May, the CBCS issued a vital advisory to all consumers and businesses regarding the risk of fraudulent activities in various digital transactions. These criminal activities pose a significant threat to our financial and economic stability of our communities by exploiting stolen data to make unauthorized transactions. Fraudulent activities in digital transactions not only result in direct financial losses for consumers, but they also cause increased transactions declines, high chargebacks rates, and additional expenses for merchants. Such activities compromise the integrity of our financial system and can disrupt legitimate business operations while eroding consumer trust in digital transactions. What is very positive to see is that we see in the financial sector a continuous stream of innovation, which leads to better products, better services to the consumers of Curaçao and Sint Maarten. To foster a stable, safe, sound and efficient financial system, and ensuring that the innovative opportunities presented to the financial sector will lead to sustainable and inclusive financial services, as a first step, the CBCS published a market analysis on financial innovation in Curaçao and Sint Maarten. In this context, we urge all virtual asset service providers, payment service providers and electronic money institutions offering their services in or from Curaçao or Sint Maarten to register with the CBCS. In June, we presented our economic bulletin with the update of our projections for 2024 until 2028. And in the economic bulletin, we had a special issue on tourism, the effect of tourism on the balance of payments and the relationship between a specialization on tourism on volatility of economic growth. On May 2022, we published a blog exploring the impact of the digital Caribbean guilder on monetary policy transmission. We concluded that a possible introduction of a digital Caribbean guilder has limited impact on the transmission of monetary policy. Financial education is key in building financial resilience of the communities in Curaçao and Sint Maarten. We supported two great initiatives. On April 23, the CBCS and Think to Do Institute met with several NGO representatives from Sint Maarten to launch an online budgeting course in English sponsored by the CBCS. On June 6, the CBCS, in collaboration with Stichting Studiefinanciering Curaçao, organized an informative session about budgeting, finances, payment methods and cybersecurity for students who are going to study in the Netherlands and in the region. We welcomed guests from all over the Caribbean on June 6 when we hosted the CARTAC Steering Committee meeting here in Willemstad. CARTAC being the technical assistant facility from the International Monetary Fund in the region. CARTAC's aim is to further advance capacity development priorities for the Caribbean, including support for tax administration, building climate change resilience and financial stability. In April-May, we continued our presentations to schools and community centers about the introduction of the Caribbean Guilder, as well as a virtual webinar and presentations on Sint Maarten and sessions in the bank's auditorium for entrepreneurs on May 29th. So these were the highlights of the second quarter that we would like to share with you. Stay tuned, because on August 22nd we will reveal the design of the banknotes and coins of the Caribbean Guilder.
Social and health insurance is SXM. Your social and health insurances.
Are you SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your My SXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXV, yeah. Your social and health insurances.
It's hurricane season. Are you prepared? Here are a few tips to keep in mind to help keep you and your family safe. The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th, with the peak occurring between mid-August and late October. This hurricane season, be sure to put together a go bag. A disaster supply kit including a flashlight, batteries, cash, first aid and supplies, medications, and copies of your critical information if you need to evacuate. This public service announcement was brought to you by the government of St. Martin.
It's time for a new brand that is as bold, vibrant, and colorful as the island of St. Martin, with colors drawn from our diversity, cultural heritage, and nature. Our breathtaking beaches, waters, and sun. The majestic brown pelican, our national symbol. The radiant yellow sage, our national flower. The historic border monument signifying the Dutch and French sides. Our exciting cruise, yachting, and boating ports. Renowned Maho Beach and St. Martin Airport, the hub to the Caribbean. All these parts come together to create the shape of the island of St. Martin. More than a logo. It's a new brand that engages, excites, and will inspire travelers to book. It's time to tell the St. Martin story, to reintroduce travelers to St. Martin, to honor our past, to embrace our present, and shape our future. Our culture and diversity. Dutch and French sides, unrivaled cuisine, twice the nightlife, entertainment, and shopping. Cruises, boating, and yachting. Twice the adventure, exploration, and relaxation. Splendid and scenic accommodations. Pinel, Tentamar, and island hopping in the Caribbean. Whatever your taste, St. Martin has more. Experience twice the Caribbean. St. Martin.
And say to the people of St. Martin, congratulations. Congratulations, because we had an election that was free and fair. And let me take this opportunity first and foremost to say thank you to the people of St. Martin. It may not be the outcome that I wanted, especially for my person and the Now Party, but the people have spoken, and it's what it is. So there's no time for us to sulk. What it is, it's time for us to congratulate. So I want to take this time to say congratulations to Luke Mercelina and the URSM for their extremely, extremely great showing at the polls. Also to the Democratic Party, led by Sarah Westcott Williams, congratulations. I'm also saying congratulations to the PFP, led by Melissa Gums. Congratulations. Good job, good showing at the polls. And to the hardest working minister, Lyndon Lewis, you have really, really outshone, shine, and you have done well at the polls too as well. And also for holding on to the one seat of the Now Party. We have lost one seat, but we are still in the game. So I'm saying congratulations to everyone. I also want to thank the people of St. Martin for the trust and everything that they have put and faith in me. It just says that you regroup and you start all back over again. So there's no love lost whatsoever, but just a big love to the people of St. Martin. Thank you all so much for giving me that support. Thank you all so much for blessing the Now Party with one seat still to be in Parliament. And I would definitely hope that the Minister of Justice goes back as being the Minister of Justice, because as you can see, The people really, really, really resonated with him. The workers really, really believed in him. And from day one, I had no issue whatsoever saying that win, lose, or draw, I will make him the Minister of Justice. And he have done a marvelous job at that. So I'm just here to say to the people of St. Martin, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for keeping us in the game. Thank you guys so much for believing in us. Thank you guys so much for coming out and voting. And yeah, we'll meet up, we'll hook up. And again, congratulations to the Honorable Prime Minister, Luke Mercelina and his team, URSM. Congratulations to the Democratic Party, Sarah Westcott Williams and her team. Congratulations to Melissa Gomes and the PFP. Oh, I forgot. Sam. Yes, Sam. Marvelous. Congratulations to Frankie Myers in getting a seat and also going in to Parliament. Congratulations. And whole and behold, to the whole entire St. Martin and everyone, congratulations. For me, it's good. I'm going to get a little downtime. When I broke the news to my children this morning, they was like, so Daddy, what I mean? We're going to get to spend more time with you? And I was like, yes, yes. So that too in itself is a blessing for me as well, you know? So it gives you some time to reflect. It gives you some time to recollect too as well. It also gives you some time for the things you should work on